Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how you get OTK'd in a turn. So this is actually a replay of me getting owned. And I thought it was interesting because the guy literally killed me without me playing my turn at all. Because he went first and I went second. I think that's why I learned that having hand traps helps a lot to prevent yourself from getting killed. But here's kind of Yu-Gi-Oh! At its finest. When people play cards that are just very optimized, I guess. So the way this guy OTKs me is first he plays these two ignites and they kind of destroy each other and then summon a monster. So he searches for Sublimation Knight and then summons it. And this basically equips a monster, which is the Squeak Knight from his deck. And then what Squeak Knight does is when he gets special summoned, you could actually detach them as a monster. So that's what he does. And then he links these two together into Isolade. And Isolade is a card that's just absolutely broken. Every single time I see this card, it does so many things. So first, it adds a monster to your hand. So you'll see him add another Ignite. Then the secondary effect of this card, we'll talk about later. So now he uses both his Ignites in his hands to summon these two using Pendulum Summon. So now he gets 2 8s on the field. And then he uses the effect of Isolate to send the Telekinetic Charging Cell. Now if you equip this as Psychic Titan monster, any life point activation doesn't cost anything basically. So now after that, he summons the Infernal Knight onto the field. So this secondary effect of this card is you send a equip spell to the graveyard and then you summon a monster of the equivalent level, which is this guy. Now this guy's effect is essentially you can get a spell from your graveyard back in your hand. So he pulls back the Telekinetic, right? So that's how he searches for that card. Now he had another Infernal Knight in his hand, which means he could special summon it, right? Which he special summons this because he had a fire monster, right? I honestly don't know why he summoned Howl, because, well, I guess he summoned it to get Junk Anchor. So to get Junk Anchor, then he uses Junk Anchor to fuse these three into a synchro summon, which is Road Warrior. Now Road Warrior is a card that you special summon a level 2 warrior machine, so he's going to summon a machine later. Now he links these two cards and he gets the Reproductus. So this card basically changes a monster's type. So now you can see he summoned the CYBERSTEIN, which is effect is you pay 5,000 to special summon any fusion. The thing is, this isn't limited to once per turn. However, he's going to use this card to change its effect, this from a machine to a psychic. Then he's going to attach his card that makes it not cost life points. So now it's psychic, and then now he attaches this card, which makes it so he doesn't have to pay life points to activate the effect. So now he basically can summon as many fusion monsters as he wants from his deck without paying anything as a cost. And this is how you get owned, or how I get owned. So that was really fast, but essentially he summoned the Lyric, and then he fusion, and then he link summon. So this card basically does once per turn you can inflict damage equal to the level of this card times 500, right? So that's very important. So he's just gonna link summon to send us into the graveyard. He summons another thing. It doesn't really matter what he summons at this point. It just matters that it's in the graveyard, right? So now he summons the Wind Witch Crystal Bell and then the DD Super King. So this effect is essentially you copy anything in your graveyard, which he's going to copy the Lyric and do damage to my life points. And then this card, he's summoning a Doom King. He's going to summon another one. Essentially, he summons 2 because they're pendulum monsters, so you can summon the Supreme King of Starving Venom because it needs 2 dark pendulums. And essentially it copies the graveyard Lyric to do damage straight to my life points. So it does 500 times 8, which is 4,000, and this also does it too for 4,000, so you can do 8,000 total and I die. So he does that, and I get direct damaged, and I'm dead. And I literally didn't play a single card. He went first, and I went second. And I feel like that's kind of Yu-Gi-Oh! At its finest. Like, decks are so strong they can kill you first turn kill. Straight up first turn. And I think this is one of the first decks I played against, but I'm going to show you guys this guy's deck. But he plays 3 Ignite Squires, an Ignite Crusader, 3 of those, 3 Templars, 3 Paladins, 3 Margraves, and then 3 Cavaliers. He also plays 3 Gallants and then 3 Veterans. So he has a lot of these cards that basically help him search. He plays a Righty Driver, a Squeak Knight, 2 Infernable Knights, a CYBERSTEIN. He Junk Anchor he searches for, and then the Sublimation Knight. Then he also runs, of course, Reinforcement, Summoner's Arts, which I didn't see him use at all. Then he has this one, Painful Decision. You can send a level 4 normal monster from deck to graveyard and add 1 monster of the same name from your deck to your hand. So this kind of is a pretty good card. You basically search for a card. He has a Sword Deep Seated. He gets Attack. Then he has Telekinetic Charge Cell. Then 2 Called by the Graves to, I guess, facilitate his combo, but I didn't really have anything to stop it. That's why he has a Lyric. These 2 cards, which is the DD Supreme. He runs the Crystal Bell, which does damage, the Supreme that does damage, the Road Warrior that searches. He doesn't even fill his extra deck. He only has 10 cards. Like, literally, this guy doesn't even care to fill it out. He has Islay, the Hulk, and then 2 Reproductus. Like, he literally just put exact cards he needed to do the combo, which is crazy. But yeah, so this is the deck. I hope you guys enjoy this type of video of just kind of analyzing my opponent and what their deck does, because I find it very interesting. Like, I kind of want to incorporate like this Sublimation combo into the Squeak Knight, into this Infernable, into a Equip. Like, I feel like that's a pretty cool combo that I didn't really know about before. And even like kind of summoning, you know, these cards, these fusion cards for free using CYBERSTEIN with this card. Like, that's just kind of a sick combo in general that you can do a lot of things with. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna make more videos about my combos, but this one was about somebody else's combos that was interesting. I think I placed another deck that actually killed me first turn as well. Not just this deck, there's a different deck that did it as well, so I'll show you guys that one too eventually. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. It's Black Row out.